Paris, bro. Disneyland is not that far away.
Right. Well, speaking of something a little silly, speaking of small and cutesy, all right, take a look at what we got here. We've got Bassmage versus Sparg0, Dacho. What do you reckon?
And the thing is, Bassmage he of course deserves to be here, but he made a couple of upsets to actually come to this point in the game. We are currently in the top 16 almost, and we have an edge guard from Bassmage as well. He has been playing amazing all weekend, and it shows no sign of stopping here as he takes the first stock in 20 seconds with a 0 to death.
0 to death, my goodness. And doesn't that just set the pace? Doesn't it just set the tempo for the rest of this top 8? Let's see how Sparg0 can come back from it, because Bassmage, like you said, playing absolutely immaculately this weekend.
Yeah, he's been getting power-ups when it comes to Europe, man. He's been playing phenomenally in European tournaments. And the weird thing is that now you have to be the aggressor against Jigglypuff, a character with extremely well defensive mobility, right? Like, she can weave around in and out and go back and forth, and that's Cloud you kind of need to do after that. Of course, you have a big sword, big hitboxes, but Jigglypuff being so mobile in the air, it's super hard to hit her.
Certainly is. You can see it right there. Just a little bit of knowledge in this matchup. Obviously, it swings both ways, all right? That's a big old sword that Cloud has to play with. You can pop that shield. You can cause a lot of nefarious dealings for Jigglypuff. Just like that, sent into the sky with a golf swing. They are built like a ball.
Exactly. I mean, it wasn't like a perfectly spaced back air from Bassmage, but the up smash just barely being enough to reach that. And now we got Cloud with the limit against Sparg0 looking to finish this stock off at 60 to 46%, but that is enough for Jigglypuff at the ledge, right? She is so extremely light that limit will be extremely powerful to get her. Has to use it though, the timer was running out, and now we have a Cloud off stage at 105, and Jigglypuff being one of the best edge guarders in this game is super capable of gimmicking Cloud off the stage here, but first she has to catch Sparg0.
Exactly. You're looking for that F throw, you're looking for that Nair GGs, all right? Get the MS paint out, because that's what you want. It's a very clear win condition, but that's what makes Bassmage so different to other Jigglypuffs. They're so multifaceted. They just use these tools so willingly that what seems like a very binary game plan can just be stretched out and pushed into whole new directions. And it even leaves someone like Sparg0 guessing, which that's a talent right there.
That's big. Actually shields the Sing, very good awareness from Sparg0 now. And the thing with Jigglypuff that doesn't help as well is Jigglypuff can just steal stock sometimes, right? You can be ahead like with that up tilt, killing Jigglypuff there, but you never know how far ahead you are. Jigglypuff has the capabilities of just deleting stocks. That Nair is going to send that limit out of the stage, and we have a last stock situation for both players. Despite the 0 to death from Bassmage at the beginning, Sparg0 has made a great comeback, making it even again.
Yeah, Sparg0 definitely has. Keep an eye on Sparg0's positioning here. It's very, very good. I wouldn't call it circle camping. What he's basically doing is just holding center as much as possible. Trying to dash back just out of grab range, so he can always choose to engage, or he can just reset, hit the platform, jump to the other side, take center again. Because he knows if he makes it all the way to the corner, that's when things get antsy, Dacho.
Yeah, the thing you say it's more so like not letting Jigglypuff get in that position where she can weave in and out of hits and make it really hard for you to contest her. Now Sparg0 36%, looking healthy. Jigglypuff meanwhile 84. One of the lightest characters in this game, can just KO at any point. But Sparg0, as you said, wants to keep that center stage slowly but surely charging the limit. And we've seen that the down airs from Jigglypuff as well are very hard to punish for Cloud. So he doesn't really have anything to directly contest Jigglypuff when she is hitting that shield. So you have to be preemptive about it. And Jigglypuff now on the offense, but Cloud with the grab. Sparg0 with the up throw. Now in a very peculiar position. Bassmage has sweat up for coming back, but the air dodge to the platform. I think there might have been a neutral air dodge, but spell the end of him. 1-0.
Jigglypuff does have a fantastic air dodge.
Yeah.
Like some of the best, like one of the best in the game, but Sparg0, like he just has that awareness, able to catch it. Fantastic work. Now, there's one thing I want to actually sort of point out, an interesting interaction in this game. And it kind of paints a picture of just how good these players are, and kind of a wider picture of what being a good player is, and it's the speed of adaptation. Right? So at the very start of that game, Bassmage went for a down air on shield. Bassmage nailed it perfectly, spaced it wonderfully. Sparg0 went for the up B, which up being his cloud out shield, that's your bread and butter, baby. That's what pays the bills. It didn't work because that drift was so good. So the next time Bassmage tried it, Sparg0 immediately knew he was going to retreat, went for the Nair, drifted it so he could punish it. And these shield punishes, I think, are going to be the telling tale of this game.
So we're now going to final destination. No platform to camp around on. So a bit of a open space for Jigglypuff. But Jigglypuff doesn't mind these flat stages. Her combos are super horizontal based. And that was an amazing trade for Sparg0 there. Couldn't make it back and just goes for the Hail Mary down there. And takes Bassmage with him as well.
That's good stuff. Like, you saw what Sparg0 was going for. He wanted to try and force the limit out by taking that hit. But instead, hey, just down there. It looks sick. Give the people what they want, Dago.
We just play Smash 4, man. 2 stocks apiece. We gotta go fast. and now 23%. Like, and this is the thing. Like, the neutral interactions are extremely slow between the two, right? There's not really a point where anyone is hitting anyone just tiny scraps of damage. Like, once someone gets in, it's a lot of damage to come out. And like, we have a advantage from Bassmage, which has been continuing for a lot, but wants to go for the finishing touch, doesn't get it. And now a bad position here for Sparg0. Great up B there to recover from that situation.
Yeah, it's all about mixing it up, but alas, you can turn as many pages as you want. Bassmage still got the read as manages to catch that jump. There's the forward throw. Ooh, threatened it.
Yeah, that's the scary part, man. If you're off stage as Zera and Jigglypuff jumps off of it, you never know what's going to happen.
Very, very difficult trying to find a down air. That's what's nice about this final destination as well. Obviously, take away those platforms for Sparg0 to use to reposition himself, but also those down air, those drill chains, they become so much more consistent. As another one, open her up. Let's keep it followed.
If that was an up air.
You saw it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that should be it. Yeah, that should be it. Has a limit, but that won't be enough. And the nair from Bassmage covering that perfectly, making it a 1-1. Like, I was a bit scary. I was a bit scared at one point because I saw Bassmage have so much trouble landing against Cloud on Final Destination, but due to Jigglypuff's like purely horizontal combo strings, it's so easy for Sparg0 to land off stage in a situation where he doesn't want to be there, and Bassmage just to follow it up perfectly with that nair, with that back air. Phenomenal job, despite the explosive interaction.
Oh yeah, that's the perfect way to put it, I would say. Very much so. Now, honestly, I've very rarely put a whole lot of stake into stage picks.
Yeah.
I think that there's some really interesting quirks, some great like,
you
know, some great character-centric stuff. But honestly, when you're at this high level, you know, fighting, you take every advantage you can get. And these platforms, I think they really are going to be a difference maker. I don't even think it's the blast zone.
No, it's just having those platforms to not even safely retreat you, but to move around, right? It's all very important to keep your momentum going and not let Jigglypuff get these big combos, because even if you grabs you on a platform, it's not the end of the world there. It's when you get grabbed on the main stage that it's going to be a big deal.
It certainly is. Great little string coming out from Bassmage, but immediately falling with the fair, and then it is on board, keeping that chase up. His movement speed is doing absolute bits.
Oh!
Right there.
And Bassmage with so many great parries on the back air from Cloud has got so much mileage out of that. Of course, Sparg0 also one of the best at getting those parries in, but now off stage has to watch out. Has a double jump, but clips Jigglypuff just barely on the stage. And now scrambling to look for that final hit. Jigglypuff 120, back air is going to come through, but Sparg0 once waited patiently.
Yeah, that Sing Trap is a classic, but you just can't imagine it's going to work against Sparg0. A very good mix-up, though. You just can't show your hand too early, as very clip of the fair does take him. That limit is almost there, keeping it at a nice toasty %. So if he is reversed off stage, he can get it back. He can expend the up special. So now going to see if he can use it aggressively.
Great offensive landing by Sparg0 there, just clipping Jigglypuff off the platform, and an up air, long-lasting, still being able to KO Jigglypuff again. Lightest character in one of the lightest characters in this game, at 160. Should be enough.
Absolutely done so. Bassmage just taking a nice little chill one right there as we make our way back. Just keeping the edge guard and going, keeping the pressure up, trying to force something proactive coming out of Sparg0. These fairs, man!
And that's 35%, man, instantly, if not more. But Bassmage now trying to land Cloud 105 is in decent position if he stays on stage, but Jigglypuff's percentage, like Bassmage has been losing this lead so fast this game.
He is just slipping out of Jigglypuff's little finger nubs, something like that. As we are forced out, just meaty hit after meaty hit. The back air's offline, dash attack not going to connect. The limit is here. Great bait, mate. Tate out of 8, no hate.
Yep, perfect bait there from Sparg0, getting the dash attack in. And again, you start. It's like, again, it's Smash for Mario, man. You start at 44% as soon as you get up the respawn platform. Now Bassmage, yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Needs to make up for this quickly, or else Sparg0 will take this game. But just the neutral dominance from Sparg0 in this game has been absolutely insane. Ooh. And that back air will not be the KO, but still, Jigglypuff at such high percentage is perceptible to getting KO'd by almost anything at this point.
Certainly is. Luckily, those throws are going to be a saving grace. You can still hang on for now, but how long do you have? The clock is ticking as a back air comes out, but you've got so much work to do. You're basically going to need to zero to death over and over as you do scare him off.
Yep.
But for how long?
Yeah, the intimate. Oh, yeah. I mean, it works. It works perfectly.
Any means to an end.
I mean, the confidence still, right, to go for that dash attack at that point. Like, you are 0, but it's still you are in a corner, right?
Yeah.
Jigglypuff can abuse that position super hard.
I'm a big, I am actually a Bassmage fan myself. There was a time, you know, I've actually watched his guides a couple of times. I find them very interesting, very fascinating, and it's just so funny how Bassmage just pushes forward throw, because it almost becomes like a parody of itself. It's like Jigglypuff forward throw, GG's, but my goodness, it's such a solid condition. That angle is so fantastic. It sets you up. There's such a wonderful space you can hover on the side of the stage or try and point out when it comes out, but unfortunately, getting out of the corner, more than happy to take it.
So now we return to Hall of Ashen. Big platform in the middle of the stage, but a bit of a smaller stage as well. Not as much room to move around as Pokemon Stadium, but still, you have to get Cloud out of the platform position. Sparg0 being so good at defending his position. Look at that back air pressure from Sparg0 being enough to wipe Jigglypuff off of the stage. Now, Jigglypuff going to start something, but the spot dodge on the grab is going to... Oh, wow!
Still living!
Okay, then.
Oh, never mind. Knocked out of the park, home run.
Oh!
Okay, all right, easy, Tiger.
Bassmage these last 2 games has been just off a couple of times, and it's so scary to see, because you know that would have been a KO in the right position at a different timeline.
Oh, great patience from Bassmage there, just keeping the air control flying. As we're looking pretty even, but we've seen how diabolical this set can be, how quickly it can go from 0 to 60.
Perfect position dash back. Now Sparg0 is Fred Bubble is so hard to deal with it seems like at this point. Like it looked invadable in the first 2 games, but now it's such a defined fortress. Now it has to be off stage. No edge guard there. Gets to keep the limit.
Oh, great read, great spacing sent out. Be curtains for Bassmage that can't make it back, and it's just so difficult. Great Tomahawk coming down, thrown out once again. We'll see if we can find edge guard. The limit is coming, the limit is charging as a bit of a clash. Yeah, Bassmage holding center.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, right? He's in a percentage deficit, right? Oh, great tech! Has to use the limit there. Not like the biggest victory, but every victory is enough. Gets the forward tilt though for his troubles. And now Bassmage at his potential tournament, winners tournament stock. But it's not that bad of a punish. It's like 36, yeah.
That's quite all right. Hey, in those situations, that's a trade you're more than willing to take. Obviously, it is scary, but you've got the air mobility to make it back as... Hey, it'll do.
It'll do. It'll do. Sparg0 laughing as well. I don't think that it doesn't really matter at this point, right, for him. He knows, he seems so confident in defeating that Jigglypuff, in defeating Bassmage, to knock him out of the winner's bracket. Now, Jigglypuff looking for that opening.
Just don't jump. Hey, easy. What is this?
I mean, I feel like I'm watching Little Mac, man. No jumps at all. Bassmage just chilling under the platform.
How are you keeping Jigglypuff grounded? What is this, man? What is this, man?
Yep. Gets the backer in on the jump. And that is going to be Sparg0 advancing through to the winner's side. Top 8, 3-1.